It's an honor to be here with you today. I'm doing well. I'm speaking to you from Tehran, from Iran. So I truly appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for taking the risk to talk to us today. You have been under constant threat from the regime, and you've received physical threats warning you to remain silent, especially since the recent attacks from Israel on Iran. But we are so happy that you are not silent and that you want to speak to us today. We are looking forward to hearing your remarks. Narges Mohammadi, the floor is yours.
I
warmly welcome all distinguished participants and honored to be part of this important conference. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the newest Nobel Peace Prize laureate, Nihon Hidankyo. May their powerful efforts grow stronger and inspire even greater impact in the years to come. The presence of Nihon Hidankyo and myself as present Nobel Peace Prize laureates at this conference is in itself a response to one of the most urgent questions of our time: why does the world still need nuclear disarmament? Nihon Hidankyo has long stood for a world free of nuclear weapons, a commitment born from the catastrophic use of nuclear force against the people of Japan exactly 8 years ago in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I speak to you from Iran, a country whose people have borne the heavy consequences of the ruling regime policies, including its nuclear program. These policies pursued without the consent or participation of the Iranian people have led to poverty, hardship, sanctions, international isolations, environmental devastation, and constant shadow of war. While Iran is rich in not only oil and gas, but also two vast and inexhaustible sources of clean energy, sun and wind, today we face widespread shortages of electricity and water across the country. The entire country is paralyzed for hours or even days without power or water, yet the regime processes 400 kilograms of 60% enriched uranium that it now feels compelled to hide. I must state here that in the case of Iran's nuclear policy, the claim of its being peaceful is mere political rhetoric. We know well that the core issue has always been about power and competition. This truth is evident both in international negotiations and among the public. Esteemed guests, we are here to address a vital issue, one that concerns the fate of humanity and our shared home, planet Earth. In a world where authoritarian governments pursue nuclear weapons to ensure their survival and where invasions of one country by another are becoming normal, and as international institutions like the United Nations steadily lose their influence, the temptation for countries to pursue nuclear arms grows stronger. The movement for nuclear disarmament has regressed in the face of the renewed ambition and drive for nations competing for nuclear superiority. The discourse of peace and global peace movements have been weakened, and what we often see in global media is a normalization of war and genocide. In such conditions, some believe that the level of conflict and tension has risen so sharply that perhaps even today it is already too late to prevent a nuclear arms race in the Middle East. Esteemed participants, institutions like the International Atomic Energy Agency and Western governments can contain the unpredictable and foreseeable consequences of nuclear tensions if they act without double standards. But to truly solve this crisis, we need a global consensus and will to address the roots of these tensions and work to reduce them. Does increasing global inequality, along with the regression and weakening of democracy, correlate with rising nuclear competition? Do the world's environmental crises have a relationship with escalating nuclear rivalry? I won't elaborate further. I only wish to point out that to resolve the nuclear crisis, we need consensus-building forces within international institutions and among global and regional powers, so that instead of focusing only on the nuclear capabilities of various countries, we examine the causes of heightened regional and global tensions. Honorable attendees, when it comes to Iran, I can say with certainty that the Iranian people do not see their security, dignity, or power as dependent on the regime's nuclear capability. If they are given the opportunity to truly participate in determining their own destiny, they will choose democracy, freedom, equality, human rights, development, prosperity, constructive international relations, and cooperation with all the nations of the world. In recent years, you have witnessed the glorious woman, life, freedom movement in Iran. The people of Iran are fighting for their right to self-determination, while the Islamic Republic regime responds to their rightful demands with executions, killings, imprisonment, torture, and threats. These days, people inside Iran are raising their voices in protests. In response to the regime's slogan, "Nuclear energy is our absolute right," they say, bread, water, electricity, job, education, freedom, peace, life, and human dignity are our absolute rights. The transition from a religious authoritarian system to democracy and achieving freedom and equality through the guarantee of human rights, the empowerment of the people and civil society, and the reliance on the agency of the people themselves is the fundamental solution to Iran's current crisis, including nuclear crisis. I will continue to struggle alongside the Iranian people for a democratic, peaceful transition to, and an end to the religious tyranny regime. We are calling for a free and transparent referendum under the supervision of the United Nations and international bodies to allow the Iranian people to reclaim their national sovereignty. In this endeavor, we seek the support of all advocates of freedom, peace, and democracy across the globe. Let us hope that with the efforts of peace advocates, freedom, and democracy seekers, we will one day witness a world free of war, tyranny, and atomic threat. Thank you very much.
Merci, Narges Mohammadi. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you could feel the warmth of the audience here in Oslo. Stay safe, and we hope to welcome you in person in Oslo sometime. Thank you for joining us today.